How is Sober Paddy here? I'm with Christy Dignam of Irish rock band Aslan in Bondi. Christy, you've had a wild and raucous ride with everything. Yeah. Tell us a little bit with your own dealings with sobriety and how you've.
Well, you know, I thought I was having a good time when I was out there. You know, I wasn't so much into drink. I was more into the drug culture. And it's funny, you know, the drugs are supposed to make you feel good. And since I stopped taking them, I know it might be a cliche, but I've never been happier in my life, you know. And it's much nicer. We did a gig down in Perth the week, a couple of gigs, and the first gig was a real sit down, quiet, nice gig, and the second gig was a younger crowd, and they were all kind of with the jaw going for you know. It's dreadful to say, you know. And I don't know. You'd love to be able to instill the wisdom you kind of have over. You only get it with age, you know.
And just with that, like when you were young, you know, what led you to do it? I mean, was it just the whole rock and roll thing, or?
You know what? I looked at Keith Richards when I was a kid, and I thought, man, I want to look like that, you know. Yeah. Because I bought into that whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing. I thought that's what you do. This is what it's about, being in a rock and roll band. And you know, if you go into that. I kind of realised a few years down the line that the people that live like that die, you know, and you know there's no sense of happiness, there's no joy in it at all. It was a horrible existence. I've been in bathrooms banging heroin into my neck, you know, dirty toilet. It's funny, I was going to the toilet, but the first day we were in Perth, I went into the Jacks just as we arrived there, just to use the bathroom. And just you know, that smell of the pine stuff they put in the bath.
Yeah, the detergent sort of thing.
Reminded me of years. I know spending time in Jack's is snorting fucking drugs, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. And I find now everything's just more. Life is just much more enjoyable. And you know, music is better. I totally lost the feel of the music, lost all the love of the music. I used to be doing gigs, counting down the songs and saying 5 songs left, 4 songs. I just wanted to get the gig finished to get stoned, you know. It's just. But now I love doing it again. It's great.
And what made you change? What was the catalyst? Because I know a lot of people who look at this sort of, they might be looking for change and they're not too sure how to. There's always was there something in particular that got you to really go, right, Christy, I have to sort myself out. I have to get clean.
Well, yeah, I got into crack.
Yeah.
And that just brought me to my knees, you know, like. More so than the heroin or anything like that. It just totally brought me to my knees. And there's always, see, we have this immortal feeling about us when we're younger. We think we're never going to die, and a few people around me, a lot of people around me died and stuff. And then my marriage broke down, and that was kind of, for me, that was the last straw. I moved from like in a, say, £750,000 house in Dublin to a Ballymun flat overnight. And it was bad, you know, so. And it's just a horrible existence. And you know, for anybody out there that's struggling with anything like that, there's loads of different things. I know it's, you know, a lot of people mightn't like it, but I find NA and AA places like that are really cool because there's no obligations and there's no set patterns or anything like that. You go in and you'll meet people who've been through what you've been through and who'll understand what you're going through today, you know. And you know, I find that there's a great support within those things if anybody wanted to try that, you know.
And so day to day you just live the moments and just enjoy it nowadays. Is that the way it is?
That's it, living the moment. I don't think, you know, like even, you know, we're coming over here, it's all about positive thinking and stuff, you know, like even we were coming up here last night from Perth, so we left Perth at 9 o'clock yesterday evening. So we're flying all night, and then we're sitting around and waiting for hotel stuff. Now if you look at that and you say, oh man, we're going to be hanging around for 12 hours, and you kind of bring yourself, but if you just think of, well listen, I could be at home in Ballinasloe in the piss and rain, you know, I'm here on Bondi Beach sitting, you know, so it's the way you think of things, you know, and the way you look at things can change your whole.
And just on trying to replicate the high you get from drugs, or like I know a lot for myself, there's a part of me that's always sort of thinking, I'm never really going to get drunk again, I'm never going to get out of my brains again.
No, I don't look at it like that. I don't. You see, if you look at that, that's too big of a deal to say that you'll never drink again, you'll never take. But if you just don't take a drug today, do you know? You say, look, today I'm not going to do it today. I'll stay sober today, and then get up tomorrow and try to do
and
that
do the same again.
And just live, and even if you can't do it by day, do it hour by hour. Do you know what I mean? And when I started off, I was doing it hour by hour. You know, I said, well, I can get to 3 o'clock, I'll be cool. You know, and I get to, and then eventually, then it does happen week by week. Then it's months. I don't really even think about gear anymore. You know, and like, I mean, even at gigs, this would be all gigs would be thrown in our face all the time. I couldn't be bothered. And actually, the more I save it, the less I want to do it, you know, because it's, you know, it's just, I mean, you feel like getting these, I'd love to grab these kids and just open up me fucking, a picture, sorry if I could.
That's alright.
I'd like to open up a picture of my experience, of what the stuff I've gone through and the stuff I've seen, you know. As I said, I remember being in Bray in Dublin, and I went into this Jack's, right, and these 2 old women came in, and I was banging stuff into this neck vein here, and the 2 women looked at me with absolute horror on their face, 2 old ladies, and I remember looking at them thinking, you know, what is exaggerating for? And I'm thinking of it later, like when I got sober, I was thinking of it, and I'm thinking that's probably the most horrible, horrific thing they'd ever seen in their lives.
Sure,
but at the time I thought you were exaggerating, you know, they were, right, it's not the nicest thing you've seen, but don't be giving her all that. Do you know what I mean? It was probably the most horrific thing, and it is horrific, you know, but you know, that and like lying, I remember going on tour and, you know, running out of stuff and going into withdrawals and not being 3 days from home and just going through withdrawals for 3 days and hardly being able to walk, these having to carry me to the airport and stuff. It's just, it's not nice, it's not a nice existence. And I mean, you sit now, like I'm totally sober now and sitting here, it's just fucking beautiful, you know.
Beautiful stuff. Thanks very much, Christy. Great to have those words, brother.
Cheers, man.
Nice one. Thanks very much. On the sober Paddy, get up out of the bleeding pub, the loddies, go on, get up, get out.